NERDSoul.
The new original.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? How are you doing? Welcome to, of course, Freestyle.
I know.
I was not ready.
So, welcome to Freestyle Con. Big shout out to Mike Watson, everybody at FSK doing their thing. This is the Cosplay Today Panel. And yes, I am one of the most known cosplayers in them streets. Of course, I admire it from afar. I'm like, hey, that's very cool. I have no idea about it. But we are surrounded by some awesome folks. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna throw it to somebody who flipped it up and got the Tophalia going on right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna go around the horn, introduce everybody, and we're gonna get into the nuts and bolts of like what's going on, how y'all feeling, the day-to-day and the convention life, with this cosplay thing. So I'm your host, NERDSoul. I'm gonna pass it off right now. Midori. You're the host too?
Yep. You're so left.
Say I love all y'all.
Love all y'all.
All right, cool. So throw it over to Midori. Introduce yourself. Tell them where they can find you. Oh, you're muted.
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, she's...
Really?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
There you go.
We're finna fight, bro. We finna fight. But no, anyway, I'm Midori_Hana. You can find me on Twitch, Midori_Hana. All right. Variety streamer out here in these streets, as well as yo, sexy cosplayer. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm just a regular cosplayer. Regular schmecker out here. Passing on.
Man, don't undersell yourself. All right, so next on to Dana. I hope I'm saying your name right. I apologize if I did.
Yes.
But yes, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dana. I also go by Danique Cosplay. In the cosplay world, I've been cosplaying since 2019. I'm a newer cosplayer, but I am definitely in the game and I have been cosplaying around. So you can find me on all social media platforms as Danique Cosplay.
Cool. And we have two people in this square. So since there's no names, I'll go with the young lady on, I guess, the left, which is your right, in the black shirt. Oh, technically, you both have black shirts. But yeah, sorry. Okay. That was a bad.
You're right. But it's definitely you right. That was good. You're right. Hi, my name is Fee. I will be found in FSKon and all platforms. And I started with one character, which is cosplaying for Vigilance at FSK. But again, still new to it. I'm excited to explore more into these various other characters.
Okay. And on to the last young lady.
Hi, I'm Olivia Marie. I am a cosplayer and a personal trainer. I've been cosplaying since 2017. I just like to black girl and woman up my costumes. So that's what
Nice. All right, so I'm gonna throw this. I guess I'll start off with Dana. Since this is cosplay today, is there? Well, one, how long have you been cosplaying? And right now, this year, have you seen a difference with cosplay due to being kind of like post-ish pandemic?
Of course, I started cosplaying in 2019, right before the pandemic. My friends and the cosplay world have been wanting me to cosplay. They literally did the 300 kick me into the pit of cosplay, and I've been doing it ever since.
Wow.
As far as the difference between pre-pandemic and post-pandemic, cosplay was kind of an outlet for a lot of people to stay connected they were doing it, posting it on social media so people could still see the creative nature of cosplay and also help people with their boredom being stuck at home. Post pandemic, you're seeing a lot more people excited to see cosplays in person because we were stuck at home for a minute. And then you see awesome, any most of the medium to large cosplay cons, you'll see cosplay photo shoots for different genres and things like that. But you'll see even like with Dragon Con, one of the larger cons, they have a gathering called the Black Geeks Dragon Con that you see every black cosplayer at the con that they take up the largest stairs in the con to take the pictures for the photo shoot. So it's things like that that you're seeing all these amazing cosplayers in person that you are watching and following online that you can finally see them after the pandemic in person and see their amazing cosplays.
All right, Midori, on to you.
I've been cosplaying since 2017, 2018. Wow. What is going on?
Yo, man. I don't know. They try. I don't know.
Is it because I'm tough right now? Like, what? I should do some earthbending right real quick. Y'all finna really
Talented, you don't even know you're doing it. That's what it is. That's what it is.
yes. No, I've been cosplaying since 2017, 2018, and it was my way of pretty much escaping like my PTSD and my depression coming out of the military. So seeing it grow as much as it is, I'm very stoked about it because I'm not alone. First off, and yeah, I love seeing the creativity it's bringing out of people. It's showcasing skills that they didn't think they had in them. I especially enjoy cosplayers like myself and like Olivia who keep their black essence and bring it to the characters. I cannot stress that enough. I don't really go out and buy wigs or do crazy amounts of makeup. I kind of just want to pretty much just take myself and put it in the character's role. That's my form of cosplay. Just because I pick people who I feel like embody me, like their essence outside of their shows. So Toph, being as strong as she is, I had to make my own Toph. Diva was my very first cosplay from Overwatch, and clearly I'm not Korean, but I made that girl look badass with my blackness. So
That's what's up. That's what's up. On to Fee.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. When it just comes to just cosplay enjoyment, I enjoy the opportunity that's presented to be able to step into a character that is so sure of herself and it's not afraid to express. I'm very grateful for that, especially with I love it.
It's okay if you want to get your yellow on. Go ahead. I know they doing the, comic construction over there. You know what I'm saying? So
clearly.
Look, y'all. I know y'all see my face. They just over here dragging stuff, and I'm just irritating myself. I can't even think it. I'm sorry.
I apologize, guys.
It's not y'all. I'm just.
Not.
So, what was the question?
So,
when did you forgot the question?
when did you start? Yeah, like how long have you been cosplaying, and do you see a difference now after ish the pandemic?
Okay, yes. So I've been cosplaying since 2017, and I strictly I like to tease people with things. So I only cosplay around Halloween time, like strictly Halloween. I keep my costumes super secret. So every year I try to tap into a costume I haven't seen before, or I haven't seen recently. Like last year I was going to do I'm gonna say her full name since I can. It's Kira Kakash. But that is Kita from Atlantis, and then Doja Cat's lame ass dropped it. Can't do that now. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. The two I got planned for
No,
this year.
no, no. Don't let her disrupt you. Go still do you.
I
Do
don't do what
you.
everybody else is doing.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I'm
not that
hipster with
type.
you,
I'm not that
Olivia. You
type.
got it, girl.
Like, and
Yeah,
if I
It look
do,
better.
yeah,
Thank you.
I'm not
Thank
gonna look
you.
better than what her doctor did.
Oh.
yeah.
No,
Oh
no, no. You'd be
whoa.
surprised. Do you. Go
Oh.
ahead and do that cosplay.
Respectfully,
I
I
mean,
can't look better than her. She looks phenomenal. That's not a diss. I just
yeah, no.
that was realism.
Hey.
She
My
looks
saying
great.
is, hey, if you're gonna copy me, you better kill it. You better do it
I
better
can't.
than me, all right?
I
If
can't.
you don't do it
Thank
better
you.
than me,
She did a
then we
phenomenal
gonna have issues.
She did a phenomenal kid, so I was not about
Yeah.
to, So, but fingers crossed. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna take a different route. So I see a lot more cosplay now, and that is because of TikTok. And I'm sorry. I know. I know that it's a good thing that it's branching out there, but I'm sorry.
Dana.
I'm tired of seeing us as Black Panther. And I'm sorry. Is that you, baby? Do you be doing that? It's okay.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I thought you was like, that's
Mm-mm.
me.
No, I'm clapping with you. Say it.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
Preach it.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired
Preach
of it.
it. No, yeah.
Shouts to
Yeah, I'm sick of it. I don't mind we were talking earlier about like Megan Thee Stallion and She-Hulk twerking. Like I don't mind that. But, like this, cosplay can be whatever you want it to be, but Lord, it's not choreography. I'm sorry, it's just not. Like
It's not.
this is not America's Next Best Dance Crew. And on TikTok, I'm sorry, on TikTok it is. So
America's
Yes.
I try to stay away from that. But I do like seeing the culture grow. I do like that. I love seeing more varieties of different types of how people like to cosplay. I do enjoy that, but all of the extra animation and
Mm-mm.
okay, okay.
That's me.
Going off of that. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was like, to back up of that, I agreed, and I said, one, I want to apologize because I answered it wrong. I've been cosplaying since 2018. I'm still younger than that. And again, I cosplay someone who has amnesia. I love to add that in because sometimes I get too serious about the role, and it does bleed into me.
No, girl, have fun.
Oh no, I'm actually blind right now. I'm method cosplaying too. Let's get it. All right.
So, going off of that, speaking about the culture and the culture of cosplay, but then also bringing yourself into that culture, because the culture, at least from the outside looking in, seems to be something where everybody can join in. Everybody can be a part. Hey, you just putting on a costume. All right, you have putting on a costume and you're having some fun. What do you see? What do you see as the culture of cosplay right now? What do you see as some of its tenets, some of its pluses, some of its minuses? And I'll throw that out to anyone who wants to jump on it.
TikTok's a minus. Everybody
Yes.
else.
Yes.
Well, I'll definitely speak on that. It's one of those that you have the keyboard warriors out there, which is a negative, that think you have to be what they define as being accurate and everything. They don't realize that a lot of these characters have variant looks, especially like Storm throughout the years. All these
Mm-hmm.
characters have different looks and feels. And there's different ways to cosplay. That's why I like initiatives like Cosplay Your Way. It is traveling to different cons to speak on no matter your size, your sexuality, your skin color, what age, you
Mhm.
can cosplay. I mean, there's a con I go to that has someone in their 70s cosplaying
Yeah.
as different
Nice.
characters, and it should be that anyone should do it, and these keyboard words shouldn't be so loud that it
Mm.
discourages so many people from doing it, because that's what I hear all the time when I speak on these panels is people saying, I didn't want to cosplay because when I see what happens on social media and things like that, I'm afraid to cosplay because I'm plus size. I'm too old. They think a lot of people think cosplaying is only for people under 20. And I'm like, when you go
No.
to a con, you're gonna see otherwise.
No. Yeah. I definitely agree with that. I mean, I've been on the end of, hey, that character's not black, like
Mhm.
that's the most popular one, right? But I mean, again, I think it's a self-reflection type of thing. Like you really have to know yourself and own yourself to where you don't let what other people are saying defy you or stop you from doing you. Like again, I'm going on a cruise and unfortunately we leave on October 31st. And this was going to be my first year in America of, doing Halloween. So I'm like so sad. And then I'm like, wait, I could just be in costume on the cruise. The hell? Like, I will be the only person on there probably in a costume. But it's me. This is for me. I'm not cosplaying for anyone else. I'm cosplaying for
you can stand out.
Exactly. And they got cruises for cosplay cruises too.
They
so
do
that.
I'm looking into that.
Yeah. And when someone tell you that character ain't black, go ahead and play Afro Cocoa Puffs. Hanada isn't black.
Hey,
because that
is
whole song's
legit my
like she's
motto
about to be
song.
black today. She about to be black today. She about to be black today.
Yo, okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I wasn't about to say nothing. I mean, I've never got that comment, and if I did,
girl, you probably ignored it.
There's okay, with that said, I have seen, because I've done cosplay panels before, and I've heard this come up a few times about the specificity of the particular race of the character. How large is that in your opinions? How large is that group? Is it something where it's like a small minority, or is it something that you come up against a lot when you're, especially like in person or online, or is it something where a lot of these people are kind of more online than actually in person?
Oh yeah,
they are more online than in person, because when you go to these conventions, you don't have people walking up to you saying that character isn't black. You actually have people either take your pictures.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I want to get into a few of the nuts and bolts, if you guys don't mind. Cosplaying is, the work you guys put in is incredible.
Ain't easy.
Could you give us
for
an
the weak of heart.
idea? Yeah. Could you give us an idea of like the hours of like cutting, gluing, sewing, matching, even looking for stuff, because we only see like the final product. We see like the picture and we're like, oh, that's cool. But I'm sure there's, tons of research or whatever that went into trying to find the right jacket or the best boots or whatever it is. And I guess I'll throw that out to Olivia.
Cosplay is expensive.
Yeah, say it again.
If you don't want to go on buycostumes.com and just yank something off of that, cosplay is expensive. Good cosplay is expensive. Even if you want to buy 10 different pieces off of Amazon and put it together, it's
yourself.
expensive. And it's trial and error. And 9 times out of 10, you don't know about the error until the day you put the costume on, which is when you gotta wear it. Talk to me.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know. That's been my struggle.
Like, no, I wholeheartedly agree with you.
There's not been one costume I put together that went
perfect
every way as possible. I'm super gluing something, pinning something here, then forgot. But I love it. Like, that's the thing. Like, I really do love it though, because it really is. It's a lot of work, but the end result be so worth it. Like seeing, people, you in it is so worth it. Going out in public and people being like, "Oh my God, you got the dopest this." So worth it. Like, it's really worth it. But it's really not for the weak at heart. It ain't for the light pocket. It ain't. It's a true commitment. It's a true commitment because honestly, unless you are truly making money off of your cosplay, you're just doing it for the fun of it. Like literally, I haven't. I can't say I've made any money per se off of a costume. Like I've been asked to come someplace, show up, and then I dress up and I get paid for something. But that came later down the line. Like
Yeah, that's some
the day of
years.
the
Mhm.
costume,
Yeah.
you know, it was just hey for fun. Here I am forking out $300, $400 for fun, like literally for
Mhm.
something I'm going to wear one day. Because, like I said, you know, I like to people like be thirsty for whatever I'm going to do because they're like, "What costume are you gonna do this year?" You know,
Yeah.
I shaved my head bald to do Avatar and Zuko, like 100%. Like I'm
Oh my
that.
God, please.
Oh,
Man,
I'll pull up a
that
picture.
is
I'll try
some
to.
dedication.
Oh no, I'm about it. Like I am
Right.
about it. And
Shouts
I was
out to
like,
everybody
I
with
was
bald heads,
everybody.
right?
I said,
Bald
I've never
headed
seen
peoples.
Avatar Aang, and I've only seen men, and then I've only seen them with the bald head. So let me come with the black girl with the bald head, and my bald head was fire. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna pull a picture up and I'll show you guys. But I'm really dedicated to it. Like I really
Yeah.
love it. And it's definitely, though it is a lengthy process and a daunting process, it's definite. I wouldn't stop doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I don't care if I get 1 like or 500 likes. I don't care if you like
Yes.
it. I don't care about it. I don't care if you don't think a black girl should. I don't care.
Yes.
Just a
All
black
right.
kid. They're all fictional. Oh, did you find it?
Oh,
Yes.
oh,
Did
oh,
you
oh,
find it,
oh,
FS?
oh, oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on.
Well,
Oh
thank
my
you.
God, yes.
Shouts
Thank
out
you.
to everybody. Shouts out
So
to
it's somewhere in
everybody
there
who
as well.
bald headed. You know what I'm
Thank you.
saying?
Thank you.
We,
I
you know
had
what I'm
to do
saying? We got to
Zuko first
unite.
and then do A.
Oh
Because, you know, Zuko.
my God,
There's
I would have done you in that freaking costume. I'm just letting you
thank you,
know.
girl.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, there
Thank
you
you.
go.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yes.
But that's, you know, that's
I was like, let me
dedications.
just go
Yes.
find that.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. That,
And I love that y'all brought that up because something like I brought up cosplay your way, the initiative on that is,
Hmm.
they talk about, there's so many areas of doing cosplay. You can like she was speaking, you could piece it together from finding stuff on Amazon at a
Mhm.
Goodwill, things like that,
I
make
don't.
your cosplay. You can buy pre-made cosplays or you could even commission. Myself, I'm busy. I don't have time to
You don't
make
have
my
time.
own. I commission folks. I'll put my money in to commission
Yeah.
and make that, and then I'll wear it.
Mhm.
But they will also make sure it's to what I'm looking for. I'll send them my pictures like, this is the version of this character I want to do. This is the look I'm trying to go for. Then I order my contacts, the wig, or see if I can implement my own hair into it. It's all those different elements. But at the same time, as everyone's saying, I'm doing the character because it's a character I connect to. My first cosplay was Captain Yodoishi from Bleach because
Bleach.
Yodoichi was known even after she retired from being a captain. They still talk about her hundreds of years later of being this amazing, the first female captain, and she was a princess who chose to do that.
That. Yes.
So I wanted to cosplay
Nice,
her because I'm
nice.
like,
Put that
she's
up there.
badass.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that one, I wanted that to be my very first cosplay. And that's it. It's like don't do it because a character is popular and you
Yes.
just want to follow a trend. You got to connect to the character because even as me being a photographer, when I asked you to pose and I'm trying to take a picture, I don't
You don't know
want
the
you just
poses.
to like that. It's like if you're Zuko, I want you to get into pose
Yes.
like
Oh,
with Midori being Toph,
I got
pose
it.
as Toph because that is the energy the people who's going to see my pictures are going to see. They don't want you standing there looking pretty, hand on your hip, everything.
Oh
That's not
hell
Toph.
no.
That's not that character.
No.
Definitely not tall.
Heck
If I
no.
saw Toph with makeup, I would probably be mad, and she would have to have on that whole dress from the one episode she wore makeup.
She wore makeup, right? Exactly.
Man,
Yes,
I
one
mean,
when
episode
she tried to
only.
put it
One
on
episode and
herself,
she was ready to take that off.
so to
You
piggyback
better
off of what Olivia
think
said,
about
like nothing goes perfect. So I just recently debuted this cosplay at a game convention, and when I said I was working, y'all, sewing, stitching, everything, right? I get my contacts in the mail. I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna be perfect. The day of the con, I put the contacts in. They really blind me, y'all. I
Yes,
can't
they do.
see.
Oh yeah,
All
Yes, they
right.
do. Those blackout ones.
yes. The
Yeah, those
blackout ones
whiteout
you
ones.
cannot see.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not know
So
that. If you get
yeah, so that's why I have only one in because literally I was blind at this convention freaking out, and they're like, everybody's like, "Oh my god, you're really dedicated. You're a method cosplayer. Like, you really went blind for this?" I'm like, "Bro, it was an accident. I didn't plan this, right?
It was accident.
It was an accident." But that's what she. I mean, like she said, this you can do as much as you possibly can to make sure it's perfect, and something will go wrong.
Yes.
But you just go into it and you laugh at it. It's fun. It's funny.
And here's the thing, ladies. Tell me, don't it always hit? It hit. Even if it's a jack up, it hits. It still hit. Like
Okay.
most of the time, the jackups people who let no mamas. Most of the time, the jackups that we know that we had, they don't even know.
They don't even know.
We be all like, "Oh my god."
Oh, they knew when I was running into walls, girl. Okay, I was
Oh,
I was
man.
live. I had my shoes off. I was dedicated, I guess. I tried, y'all.
Oh boy. I
So
mean, you gotta
anybody
do
watching
what
this,
you gotta
if you
do.
do those whiteout contacts, please make
Get
sure you have a
matched.
friend that loves you,
Get
that is
matched.
going to be your
Yes.
handler.
Yes.
Public service
Yes.
announcement brought to you by.
Those-
Brought to you by. All right.
blackout
Clinically
contacts.
trialed. I tested
Contacts
it.
that distort the eye shape. They all distort your vision. You cannot wear them dry.
Yes. Mhm.
Have a
Oh.
walking
And
dog.
see, I never knew that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I learned it last month. All right, baby. All right.
I have a
I was
deeper appreciation for all of you with the special contacts and stuff. Trying to put the Sharingan in and all that. You know what I'm saying? I got a deeper appreciation.
I just wanted it to be.
And actually, let's give like Midori some round of applause for doing that in 10 minutes because she came back.
Thank you. In 10 minutes, exactly. In 10 minutes.
Hey,
What?
hey, models, all right? We gotta change fast.
You gotta do what you gotta do. There's
What my good sis did.
Hey.
as cosplayers, I was speaking to I was on a panel with Gamma Ray. She's another cosplayer, and she was talking about how she had met a young lady that she inspired. And I wanted to talk or ask you guys, starting with Fee, who's someone who had inspired you, and who's someone who you have inspired, or who are you looking to inspire?
Thank you for that question. I really love it. I can say my inspiration was Kiera Please. And then I actually, through Mike going to NERDCon, learned about Cutie Pie Sensei.
Cutie Pie Sensei.
To meet her. So that was really cool. So I can say those two were my inspiration. I love Kiera Please for her. I like her aesthetic and her vibe, just how it's just kind of like, it can range anything from like characters to like fairy lore or anything like that. I always like exploring various things in that way. And then, Cutie Pie Sensei just doing more with a lot of the great like Marvel looks and just going in and do the infamous like Wonder Woman look. And again, like she has a lot of those comics there. So when it comes to me, when it comes to people to inspire, just like for my example, because I didn't get to know that struggle firsthand just yet, I had the opportunity to be able to step into a costume that was already made and do that, but I still understand it because again, I would look for costume or closet cosplay to kind of build up off of that because again, it's not easy. I didn't have much time. My previous job, I was working all the time, so I wasn't able to kind of build a costume from the ground up.
Right.
So I can definitely say I inspire a lot of people when they come to me and ask me questions. I just say, you never know what opportunity is there to you. Just be open, keep an open mind. You never know what could literally run up to you. Because Mike ran up to me. You never know where that could lead you. And so I just tell them, just go and start with an open heart and just know that if you have a passion about it, it will find you and work to it.
I wholeheartedly. Cutie Pie Sensei was my motivator. Watching her slay and just she even handles trolls so freaking awesomely. Like, oh my god,
she does.
She goes in. Like, I think she loses about like maybe over 2K plus followers every year when she posts like an anniversary post with her husband because she's like, people only follow her because of like her cosplays and they try and get with her. So she just like she handles that so elegantly. I swear.
I was about to be like, I don't get it.
No, she just the way she goes, she like goes back at trolls no matter how they try and get to her is flawless. Like I think the most recent ones, she was like, people are getting on her about like her stretch marks or something like that because she doesn't edit her photos like normal people, like most cosplayers do. But she doesn't edit anything. She leaves those stretch marks out, cellulite, all that. Like she don't care. And again, she handles that so well. So she's definitely my big look up to for cosplaying. And I mean, as far as inspiring others, I would just pretty much say what Dana was saying. Like, I want you to cosplay somebody who you can embody in the real life. If they touched you in some way, as far as when you were watching their show, reading the book, however, that's who you should cosplay. That's who you should bring to life in the cosplay world.
All right, Dana.
For myself, who inspired me, Cutie Pie Sensei, Alley Cat Cosplay, who is a plus size cosplayer. She kills the game. Also seeing, cosplayers that aren't female that are breaking the mode, like you go and cosplay. The, you know, one of the few black cosplayers in the UK. Cosplayers like that are making us being seen and fighting those tropes of keyboard warriors that are on there and stuff like that. They are inspiring those that want to do it. I started cosplaying later on in my cosplay, like I said, in 2019. I started cosplaying after 40. So I'm one of those that started much later in my game, but it also shows that you could be 30, you could be 40, you could be 50 cosplay. As far as who have I been inspiring, I want to inspire whoever is in doubt about doing it, doubt that they can't do it because they're plus size, because they're a little darker than the cosplayers they look up to, that don't have that Hollywood look for a cosplayer. I want to be that inspiration to say you can do it too. It doesn't matter what you look like. If this will make you happy and you're going to enjoy it and you don't expect any monetary or anything out of it, do it because you're going to be happy. Now, when you have those expectations of thinking you're going to be popular like a Cutie Pie Sensei within 3 months, or you're going to be making money or anything, you're going to hurt yourself more and disappoint yourself more because you're not getting what you thought you were going to get. And that's all I want to say.
Okay. Last but not least, Olivia.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know any other cosplayers. I'm not really big like on social media into following cosplayers. Not for any specific reason. I just don't. I just haven't. So I really don't know any. None of them really got me started. Literally, Halloween got me started. I wanted to go all out for Poison Ivy and Raiden one year, and I did it. And that's how I got started. I came across a few cosplayers that I like, but I really can't really remember it. I'm not even gonna lie, I kind of forget. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't have a answer to that one.
You said Poison Ivy and Raiden, right?
Yeah, that was my first two.
Do you play Mortal Kombat? Or is that another Raiden?
Yes, I play Mortal Kombat.
Do you love Mortal Kombat?
I was offended.
Why were you offended?
Not literally.
Oh,
but yeah,
it's one of those that as women we're constantly questioning if we actually play the stuff that we like.
No, I was asking because I'm part of the FGC and I do FGC podcasts. And if you like talking fighting games, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, Street Fighter all day.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, so
shouts out to my
Hey, listen.
Shouts out to my Tekken folks. Shouts out to my Guilty Gear folks.
I love video games. I like video games with extensive story modes. So yeah, Poison Ivy and Raiden.
Cool. Because I know Midori plays, so then all right, cool. Gotcha.
Gamer.
Shouts out to the FGC.
I'm a cosplayer, but I'm a cosplayer.
Let's go, Moana's
Moana's like, let's go. So, in the convention scene, when it comes to the outside looking in, it seems like there's this huge community of, like Black cosplayers that kind of like all are able to kind of like work together in this loosely unified, kind of front, supporting each other and, kind of like bigging each other up online and helping each other out. Are there any notable moments in your, whether your career has been long or short, where you could say, hey, this person helped me out doing this, or this is how I helped someone else out, and, how you kind of help or how you continue the support for one another in the community? And I'll throw this to Midori.
Oh, hello. That's cool. All right. Big ups. um, I guess I would say there's moments. There's been moments where like I guess it validates and pushes me and like just confirms that what I'm doing is good. When I first met Mike, it was at BlurCon. I was doing my first Spider Gwen cosplay. I also did my Korra, Legend of Korra cosplay, and when he saw it and like his eyes lit up in such a way I've never seen a grown man's eyes light up. It was like he reverted to a kid all over again. It was just like, you were dope. And next thing you know, we're friends to this day. So like, like just those moments right there, I think just further pushes me to continue this. Like, this is not a mistake. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm actually helping, because I wouldn't have been able to meet you guys first off, like right there. And the fact that like you said, we're continuously building each other up, like we're not looking at each other like competition. Like, I ain't gonna help support her. Like, which I mean, I've gotten that from other communities. So being in one where you guys are actually, hey, what do you need me to share? Do you have something for me to share? Like, it's mind blowing to me, because other people would be like, I'm not sharing how to do this or links to where you can find this at. Like, I'm not going to help build you up where it doesn't need to be that. And I will say that that is a negative side to cosplaying, because there is like a little bit of a gatekeep of, I don't want there to be competition. Whereas it shouldn't be that. Hell, we should be doing like massive like cosplay events with each other. Let's all pick a show and cosplay a character from it. You know what I mean? Like, there doesn't have to be a negative way to it, but of course, keyboard warriors and the internet space have created it to be so. So
I think a lot of things are like that in general.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of things are very crabs in the barrel like effect. So what just like my little piece of response to that is, I tell people, just be 100% who you want to be, regardless of regardless of who everybody else wants to be. Like, so what I mean by that is some people will see a homeless person on the street and be like, I'm not giving them $5. What if they're not homeless? And I always tell them, and I hate to get to some tinge religious, but I always tell people, like, God doesn't worry about your good deed if it's received like in a space of need. You're gonna get blessed off of just doing. It doesn't matter. It does not matter what their intent is, as long as you move with a positive heart and in a positive way. You're gonna get positive results. So I say all that to say. And when I say you, I don't mean just you, Midori. I mean all of us. Like, all of us, like, always pass out help. Like, even if somebody else isn't going to give it to you, even if you've seen somebody ask you ask them for something and they turn their shoulder to you, but they turn around and ask you, go ahead and give it up. Show them a different type of love that they have not seen. And that's how
I live by the golden rule, baby.
That's how we so,
we grew up on that.
I definitely agree with the crabs in a barrel thing, but I always tell people that you need to be the change. And I'm not saying you're complaining about it, but that's my response to that. We got to be the change. So I ain't worried about what you doing, what you not doing, what you ain't doing. I'm gonna do this regardless.
I'm doing me. Yeah.
I'm gonna do this regardless. I'm gonna be a good person regardless. I don't care if you're gonna be a bad one. So
Yep.
yes, share the love.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Dana?
To piggyback, kind of like what Midori said, like BlurCon was my first con that I cosplayed at. That was in 2019, and to see so many cosplayers, that was just like, oh my god, you're Yodoichi, and it's like, because I was the only person that was dressed as the captain version of her versus
Yeah.
the Earth version of her. And I was
Mhm.
like, this is when she was known for her being her powerful. I wanted her in her short purple hair,
Yeah.
dressed like that. It was hot as Hades, dressed as that in Virginia, Maryland area. But
Really.
I did it. It was hot. Anyone cosplaying, please know if you're
It
going
is
to cosplay at a
hot.
convention, be wary of what you're wearing because you will be hot.
Yeah.
But just getting that love from the cosplayers. But then I had people like Bar Fox and cosplayers like that were like, hey, keep doing it, loving it. But it was another level of love of people that are part of the BIPOC community, like people I have not met that started following me on social media,
Mhm.
like Freelance Familiar was just like, love your cosplays and stuff, and things, and even was like, I would love for us to do, we're on opposite states in the United States, but I'd love for us to do a TikTok video of each other. I was like, cool. They were gonna cosplay as Ichigo, so I was like, hey, let's do the scene of Ichigo finding out Yodoichi is a woman. And we did it, and it was crazy, funny, all that kind of stuff. But they
Hey, I'm gonna
don't
get
call
that.
nerds sweat.
I'm gonna
It's
get.
different.
You ain't
It
gotta.
is so different.
You ain't gotta put that out there like that.
They wrong for that.
Sweaty nerds at other cons is a different kind of sweaty. Now, when you go to
Yeah.
like BlurCon or BlackCon, the sweaty smells like shea butter
Shea butter.
and
Yeah.
chocolate and stuff like that. It's a different kind of sweaty.
Mhm.
That one you be like, ooh, do I smell shea butter? Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. Other
These
cons, you
other
can tell
conventions,
yourself
you be
like,
like, what
dang,
is that smell?
did I forget? I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, you.
Oh yes, I'm here for that.
Oh boy.
I mean, I did costume like at Six
I
Flags,
love
so
that.
I always live by
Maybe.
that. All right. I was Daffy at Six Flags, and we operated every
What
30
a
minutes. So
sauerkraut.
I bring that to my cosplays as
Clock
far as
him.
like I'm only out for 30 minutes, and then I'm going and sitting in front of
Sorry,
the AC
clock
unit
on.
for 30 minutes.
Understood. Understood. Yo,
Take
Moana
breaks.
killing them right now, man. Oh, it's a cold world
Hey,
out there.
Moana, we need to talk.
Moana, yeah. Said somebody left that hot
Mayonnaise.
mayonnaise outside,
Uh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
sauerkraut.
Oh. So on to Fee. Uh, uh,
Shea butter
uh,
and sauerkraut.
with, with,
Sorry,
with,
continue.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
with,
We're listening.
with your when it comes to how you've been supported or how you might be able to, how you might have supported someone else, what are some moments that come to mind in the cosplay community?
He can't even compose himself.
I mean, I actually today, like, I just had someone just asking, like, who was interested to start with cosplay. I said, honestly, whatever it is, like, whatever you have that's compelling, just go for it.
Mhm.
Just try it. You never know. Someone can come up to you and ask you to cosplay a character. I know a lot of people have said before, when you want a character to come to life, you sometimes just have to take that step and do it. Like,
Create it. Yeah.
just find what's good for you. I mean, sometimes if it's just stuff that you have in your own possession, and if you want to have to go on like Amazon and build that up, just do that. But just go what's best with your heart, what you best want to do. But I mean, I feel like I've had moments like that with people. And it's like, oh my gosh, like how I'll be in a vigilance, and they're like, man, how long did it take you to make that? And I was like, you know what? I could tell you, it took me 0 minutes because I didn't make it. It's just like, yeah, it's like I know it was a lot of work put into this because I know it is built for tough. Shout out to Marcy because when she made that thing, she did that thing because that thing is I am completely warm and satisfied. I can walk out in the snow and not feel anything. That thing is self-sufficient for heat.
Oh,
And I
well.
love it. I love this
Yeah.
thing. But in those moments, I love when people come up and ask me those questions, but I can honestly just tell them, like, just
Okay.
be yourself and just go and find what works best for you.
Yes.
Nice. All right. So going off of the support, are there any cosplays that come to your mind that really impressed you, or any collaborative cosplays, excuse me, that kind of come to mind that really impress you, or any collaborative cosplays that you would like to do with someone else? Whether it's like sending a photo over there and they send a photo back and y'all put it together, or when y'all in the same place, or kind of like doing something in tandem. Could say starting off with Dana. Is there anything that you have in mind or that you wanted to do or that kind of like impressed you?
Oh gosh. Well, I have a number of cosplays that's been sent to me that people would like me to cosplay as. And I always tell them, these 200 and something pictures y'all sent, if y'all want me to cosplay all these within the next few years, there is a GoFundMe. Here's my PayPal, and here's my Venmo. Because like we said earlier, cosplay is not cheap. And as much as people would love for me to cosplay in group cosplay or collaborative cosplays, it's coming out of my own budget. And I don't mind collaborating with others, but it's one of those that if people really want me to do a costume, my PayPal is kind of aspect. Now, as far as collaborative ones that I have seen, I haven't really went for, hey, I want to do this cosplay and I need to find all these people to do this with me. I'll just go ahead and do the cosplay. And then 9 out of 10, a lot of these conventions will have group shoots of that genre. So if you're looking at doing a Mortal Kombat character, look up on the app or the schedule. You'll find the Mortal Kombat photo shoot is going to be on Sunday at 2. You're going to find that group cosplay that you want to do. And then you're going to have photographers there also that can take your picture. It's more, unless you have a group of cosplay friends and you are talking among each other to do it, it's easier for something like that. But I don't focus on that. It's like, hey, if I'm gonna do like, I'm looking at next year, I'm gonna be doing the cosplay of Chung-Li and Power Rangers. There was a video game that Chung-Li got the powers of a Power Ranger and she morphs into a new version of her costume. And I love that because I was like, this give her the badass look of a Power Ranger, but she still have the essence of Chung-Li still with it. So I have someone working with that has made the helmet for me. And then I just got to get the rest built, and I plan on debuting that next year. But I was like, chances of someone else doing stuff from the game, I don't know, but I'm going to go for it because I want to do it. I think it's badass. I like the character. I like that look. I'm going to do it. And I probably could find somebody, or a lot of times after you debut it, you'll have somebody come to you like, hey, I would love to do a group shoot with you. Come to this. We're going to have people from that game also dressed as the characters. So.
And shouts out to Black Intellect. Black Intellect put in Battle for the Grid. Yes, it's Battle for the Grid where they did the Street Fighter like collab or whatever. It's actually a pretty cool game. They just need to get rid of Infinites and I'll start playing it again. But Infinite combos they're not fun. Infinite combos aren't fun. You're watching yourself get beat up. So
it's like real life, okay, my guy?
Like I guess I'll put my controller down as you juggle me for the next 30 seconds.
It's a dark place out here, okay? No, what was it?
So over to Olivia for collabs. Even though you only do it once a year, is there something that you've seen that has impressed you and maybe even given you the idea of like, hey, maybe one of these years, I might bust out something?
You said about collabs though, right?
Yes.
All right. So here's the thing. I don't like collabs.
Oh
Here's
man.
why. Here's why. Now, what you guys mentioned about like meeting up with some people that have already, yeah, that's cool. Um, People are not as invested in what you're doing. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm sorry, I don't like collabing simply because me collabing is me reaching out to my friends. My
Yeah.
friends are not gonna want to spend $60, $70 on a wig for a picture. My friends may not want to invest the time and money into making a like this is time
Mhm.
consuming
Mhm.
and it's
Yes.
money and it's leisure. It's strictly fun.
Mhm.
Yes.
And coordinating with multiple people is hell. So, 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 like in the realm of like a whole bunch of people who've already got their thing going on and we all meet up, cool. If I gotta coordinate
Yes.
it, no. I would rather before Lizzo and
Event.
Cardi ruined the muses from the Hercules.
Hercules. Yeah.
I had put together a group costume to do that last year, but because other people are finicky, I just went ahead and tapped on out. You know, when one
Yeah.
person like because the thing is the muses. I wanted all five of them, like,
Right.
and
Yes.
I
That's
wanted
complete.
yes. So you know, when one
Mhm.
person starts doing this or complaining about this, I'll cancel all y'all, and I'll just make five of me.
You said the
Shout out to this motherfucker.
I
He
will
said, "I'll do all five, and I will
all
hire a
five, and I'll
photographer to put me all in the picture."
together.
Like,
Like, but that's
yeah,
because I am a very much like I'm a problem solver and I'm a low stress person. So it's just
yeah,
easier for
Yes.
me to do it all versus to try to outsource to the people in my circle.
hmm
Because like I said, like, and it's not to say we don't have similar likes, but like, you know, all my girlfriends don't. Well, actually, none of my girlfriends play video games. None of my girlfriends are gonna be like, "Girl, let's come over so we can watch Dragon Ball Z." Like, not. So like, I'm literally telling girls who just want to dress up, "Hey, girl, you want to play dress up?" So it's a completely different ball game. So like,
Okay,
Mhm.
you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
that makes
Understood.
a lot more
Yes,
sense.
yes,
That makes sense. Gotcha.
cosplay is not dress up, but I understand.
Yeah, no, makes a lot of
So
Mhm.
sense.
you know,
Definitely.
I don't. As far as collaborations go, I am open to it, but just not. I won't be piecing to. Yeah, I'm not. I would like.
Yes.
I would like to do collaborations with people who are just as invested into cosplay as
Yeah.
me. That
Yes.
way,
Yes.
I'm not dragging a group of my friends just to go play dress.
Mhm.
That's
No,
Yes.
essentially what it is, and that's more challenging. So I
Understood.
that's
don't
really,
typically
that's
do
really
a whole
key.
bunch of collaborations, um, but I'm not against it. It's just I like my piece.
Mm.
Okay, got you. And as someone who plans shows and streams and with guests, I get it. I will say I get it. No shade to anyone who's been on my show or has denied
Oh,
my
it's
show or
easier
whatever. I get it.
to deal with, the much easier it is to do anything because
Yes.
it has nothing to do with cosplay. Like if it's gonna take 10 people to do one thing, it's probably gonna be about six of y'all arguing about how to do it. So
Yeah.
no
Got
thanks.
Yeah.
got understood. Understood. I wanted to talk about the go back to kind of like the nuts and bolts with the planning. How far ahead? And I'll throw this out to anyone who wants to go first. How far ahead do you plan out these different fits, looks? I guess remixes. There's all
hmm
different, so many different ways to do a character and or characters. How
Yeah.
far ahead? Or like, are we talking like, oh, okay, about a month? Or are we talking about like a year, 2 years?
Uh,
Like, or in your mind, you like, oh, 2025, I'm a killer.
wow. That's too far ahead. Let me see if I make it to 2025 first, my guy. Okay. It's on a second to you. For me, I do like a top five for the year. That's my goal. If I don't hit it, that's okay. I'm not stressing, but I at least want to try and hit five. So for every year, I do pick five people or five characters that I want to cosplay, and I go for it. So within this year, I've hit my goal. Well, I still have two more to go, and we're in our ninth month. So I think I'll meet my goal for five. But I do uh, plan out five. I definitely am a hipster in a sense because I look around and see who's popular, so I don't choose them. I'm pretty bad about like I don't want to be a carbon copy. I like to stand out, be my individual self. So I do pick my 5 for the year, and sometimes, like last year when I was in Korea, I definitely had to switch it around because I did see a lot of people were doing people from My Hero, so I'm just like, guess I'm not doing My Hero this year. Like, so
Yeah.
I do research. I look around, I search the interwebs, see what's popular, so I can avoid it, and then go about that way.
All right,
Same.
Dana.
Okay. For myself, I usually try to pick my 3 cosplays I want to do for the following year. I haven't got to the level of Midori saying 5. I think 3 is already pushing it for me. But I don't try to plan past the next year because a new animation, new manga may come out and it will shift my plan for 2024. So I kind of just focus on the upcoming year of what I want to do. And then also, if I'm commissioning someone, find out what their schedule's like because a lot of them are more popular cosplayers commission that does cosplay commissions have a longer wait list because they're already known for how they do their cosplay. So like a Dean's List who was on Marvel Becoming to redo when Marvel asked him to reproduce the Dora Milajes because he worked on it. After people saw him on that,
Blew up.
It
that
was
you had a
over.
longer
Yeah.
wait list because everybody wanted him to do their cosplays.
Yep.
So it really depends on who you're commissioning, or versus if you're buying it online, whether it's coming from China. Okay, you need to give yourself at least a 3-month grace period
Yep.
for it to come from China. So it's things like that. You just have to put an account of who you work with, or if you're making it yourself, how your schedule is going to be with your regular job and everything for you to complete it in time.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Fee.
I would say, man, you guys with the 5 and the 3, I commend y'all. Because for me, I'm like, I try to think about one good one. I'm like, just give me one. One. Like, let me see if I can do it. I've been thinking about this one, and it's like, I'd probably say about 7 to 8 months, like to plan it to see, okay, am I really gonna carry this one out? And again, kind of like the Halloween inspiration for me, because again, like being in character year round and thinking about another one, I try to think about like, oh, maybe for Halloween, maybe I can
Yeah.
try to switch it up and think about something there. That's kind of like a way to start it, so then I can have a replay. Like, oh, I could probably branch it out a little bit to see this is like a tester. But I would say if I can get another one additionally, again, I'm starting a little bit slower, but I'm still slow and steady with it,
Hey,
right?
baby steps. Baby steps.
Gonna
Yes,
build up on
yes.
that. But if I get another one right now, I'd be really proud of myself.
Nice. Nice. Olivia.
Um, so I think about the costume probably right after Halloween. So I normally be so enthused about finishing Halloween because I normally do between I normally do on average about 3 costumes for Halloween. Um, because one tends to never be enough. I normally go to multiple parties, multiple events, and that's kind of my thing. Last year I did trunks. No, I didn't do trunks last year.
Mm.
Last year, wow, I can't even remember. Oh, so what I also like to do is I like to get into like recreating certain moments that might not be anime.
Mm.
Um, so I redid Janet Jackson's topless cover last year, where she had her husband holding her breast. I
Mm-hmm.
I redid Tony Braxton's first album cover because she's
Nice.
iconic to me. Um, and I did another I don't know why I can't think of what I did, but I tend to like think of my costume. I tend to be so enthused with ending Halloween because it's so like it's a lot. It's daunting. That I'd be so enthused about what I'm gonna do next year. Like, okay, how am I gonna top them next year? Like so. Yeah, I've had the 2 costumes that I want to do so far. the 2 costumes I'm going to do this year. I've had them since last year. But one is going to be piecing stuff together. One I'm going to have to reach out and have a makeup artist kind of create certain parts of it. But I'm really excited about it. And I would say I'm a last minute cosplayer. About 30 days, I get that shit done.
She likes the pressure. She likes the pressure. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The heat to be on.
I get it done. I want to see what I was last year. I really cannot remember.
Like very last minute, it's like, but I pulled it together. That's probably where the excitement comes from. You're like, it worked. It actually worked. It was the last minute it came through.
Oh, that's right. I was Shigo last year.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Two-Face.
That's cool.
I forgot about Two-Face. I did Two-Face.
Nice.
She does so many, she forgets them. That's
See,
awesome.
Exactly.
I want to get to that level. Okay.
There's so many.
There's so many that I can't even tell you what I did.
I only do them for Halloween. Like,
right.
oh, here's.
Hold on, I'm blind, girl. I'm blind.
You know I'm black.
Oh, bless. Oh.
Like I
was so enthused with how well my
Let me look with my good eye.
Yeah,
I'm sick of her.
Swear to God, I'm really trying here.
I know.
Oh no, she's gonna do a reveal. Oh,
yeah. Did a half suit and a half dress or something?
Because that was the Tommy Lee Jones.
The Tommy Lee Jones one.
Yes, the Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, the crazy movie. Yeah.
I did those 2 last year. Shigo and Two-Face. Yes, those are my favorite. Okay.
Oh man. So with that said, I want to give a big shout out to all the young ladies on the panel for coming through, dropping gems on us. Thank you to all of you guys. Of course, thank you to Freestyle Komics for having the cosplay panel. Freestyle Komics, they're out there doing big things. So I'm gonna throw it off to Dana to start off where they can find you. And of course, your final thoughts on cosplay in general from your point of view.
Oh my God.
All right. You can follow me on the cosplay side as Danique Cosplay. That's DANIQUE Cosplay on all social media platforms. And of course, you see in my tagline, Moana Nui Podcast. I am the other half of the podcast with Moana, and we stream live every Thursday. You can find us on the Agents of Geekdom channel. That is our network that is kicking off starting this weekend. You can find us there on Thursdays, streaming live. My last thoughts of it is, like I said, cosplay your way. If you need advice, support, find them on social media. They will definitely support you, connect you with other people, like-minded people that will be at a convention or event that you'll be at. So that way you don't feel alone as you're trying to get your bearings in those places. But cosplay what you want to do, what makes you happy, because cosplay is costume play. So play in it as you like. So
Word.
Nice. Midori.
Oh snap! How you doing? No, I'm kidding. Midori_Hana on Twitch. You can follow me there and enjoy much more of these antics that I do, as well as Instagram, MidoriHana08, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, you name it, I got it. My final thoughts would be piggybacking off of Dana, man. Do you. Don't cosplay for anybody else. Cosplay for you. If you find that character, embody them. Show them why that character should look like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all
Nice. On to Fee.
I can be found on all social media platforms at FSK. And any final thoughts that I would have would be just follow your heart. It'll lead you the way to whatever it is that you want to do. Don't be afraid to ask questions or reach out. And just like this, like I say, with this amazing community, this awesome panel, there's wonderful people out there. You just have to believe that, if you're a good person, that there's good people out there too. So just find them, and it's worth the finding. So it's always worth it. Just do what's true to your heart.
Nice. Libby. Last but not least.
You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, all of that, at Olivia Marie 910. And I mean, pretty much what everybody said. Do what you want. Um, Listen, there is no perfect way to do none of this. Just do it. It
Yes.
doesn't matter. Um, can't nobody tell you what color Power Ranger there is. If you want to pop out with stripes, pop out with stripes. Like, do what
Thank
you
you.
want. Make it unique. Stand out. That's what cosplay is really about. Like, it really is about it. It's about
Oh
standing.
God, Olivia, I'm gonna stalk your life now, girl.
Oh, what happened? What happened?
Sorry, I was like making sure. Let me make sure I'm following everybody. I got Dana, you know, I got everybody, but oh my God, if you're not following Olivia, you are slacking. Okay, I'm letting y'all know right now. Oh my God. Got it. Oh my God, I'm stalking you. I'm letting you know. So it's not fine. Don't be afraid.
If you
Go,
follow
go.
me, I'll follow you back. If I want to, it is done.
Oh man. Hey, I'm glad we had some very cool people. We had a fun time. Myself, I'm your host. Yo, I had a ball. Of course, whenever I get to kick it with some cosplayers, especially some folks cool as this, it's fun. NERDSoul, NERDSoul, hip hop and geek. We chill all the time. We barbershop it up and talk about gaming or Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or even Atlanta on Friday. So until next time, which will be, I guess, next year. Is it, Mike? Come on back in here. Is it gonna be next year, Mike? Or do you got? Come on, man.
We're saying
Come
that
on,
goodbye.
man. Tell me you got some. Say God bless and good night.
What's up? What's up?
Say thank you for coming. God bless and good night.
Thank you for coming. God bless and good night.
On the game.
That's real talk. Thank you to the chat. Shout out to everybody that participated, everyone that has been a guest this weekend. Thank you so much.
Kisses again.
All my vendors that have come out to hang out with us. Thank you so much. You guys have been awesome. To our sponsors, Moana Nui Podcast Show, Vantage In-House Productions, Art Central. Thank you so much. You guys made it pop for us this week. And our home store, Comic Town, thank you for letting us engage you. To all my California friends, thank you for getting up so early. I won't do that to you next year. I will not. Just remind me. And thanks again to my and did their thing. We're gonna close out. I want you guys to realize we have this awesome network podcast channel called The Agents of Geekdom. We have a show going down each day of the week. On Mondays, it's Unlikely Hero Studios Presents. On Tuesdays, it is Top 5 Live. On Wednesdays, it's Chat and Draw. On Thursday, it's the Moana Nui Podcast Show. On Friday, we got 5-Star Fridays. And then Saturday, we switch it up. You got to get your bowl of cereal. It's the Four Tails Podcast. And then on Sunday, we bring it back down to the nightlife with a Geeks Council, a geek podcast show. Each show on and popping every day of the week. Follow it and check out our new logo as I close us out for FSKon 2022. Thank you, everybody.
Peace.